Hello, Sister Goons, my name is Ox, and welcome back to Let's Play Transformers Devastation. It's the finale, baby, and I'm just gonna get this out of the way. It is a gauntlet, because we still gotta face, well, we still gotta get through the Proud Star, and we still got, like, one more chapter after this one, so yeah, it's not gonna take terribly long, but it's still gonna be a bit of a beefer video because, well, you know, I still gotta give my final thoughts in the game. You know, it's a Let's Play tradition, and you know, just trying to be a lot more honest than a lot of game journalists, you know, because we all know in recent years that they're either biased or they've just been paid out. So you know, so yeah, I was a little bit confused on where to go for a minute, but you know, I eventually got to where I needed. So, if you remember the fight from earlier on in the series, like when we played a Sideswipe, then it's essentially the same thing, but in a giant arena. Though now you can properly use melee weapons. Though I do recommend that you try to get it dazed like it is now, so you can get some real big damage off of it, which, you know, is what you would ultimately want with this sort of thing. Save all the ammo that you can, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work, and you just gotta use what you can do. So, or well, use what you got. So, you know, and of course, we got some Seekers here, which don't really make this any more easier, I guess is the right term, but I don't really know. But anyway, we are almost done with the Proud Star. Like I mentioned earlier, we just gotta get to Shockwave, and then we'll be done the level. Because Shockwave is back. He's not exempt from he's not exempt from the game reusing boss fights. You know. Oh, and speaking of boss fights, we got a lot for this video, so I think you'll be kind of good for that one. But so I probably shouldn't mention that after this video, there's not going to be a consistent upload schedule for this month and a good while, at least until I can get a new laptop, because this one's like 7 years old and has been doing me well for that time. It's just, you know, parts of it are failing, so you know, just gotta get a new one. It's really simple as that. It's like when you get a new phone, right? Like, old one has served you well, but it's about time that you get a new one, so you don't have to keep worrying about faults or whatever, right? But I'm not worrying about that too much until the new year. So, yeah. Now, in the meantime, well, I could be doing some stuff that I've been meaning to do for a while, but, well, okay, so, well, okay, I'm not exactly sure how to word that, I'm sorry, but, oh, so here we have, I want to say this was a reference to the IDW comics, So basically, what the comics were doing around the time that this game came out is that they were exploring Nova Prime, who was one of the predecessors of Optimus here, but he was corrupted by something called the Dead Universe, or at least energy from the Dead Universe. So, it kind of made him evil in a way. At least I'm pretty sure that you can tell that just by looking at it. But oh well. Okay, so now we got Soundwave round 2 with I want to say that's Rumble. Oh no, that's Frenzy. My bad. Frenzy and Rumble have always been a bit of a widely debated argument in the Transformers community because like they basically share the same body, but they have different paint apps. Like, for example, Frenzy in this continuity is red, and a Rumble is blue. But anyway. So Soundwave's fight is basically a second verse, same as the first. He'll send out his little minions in order to stop you, but at the same time, you can get rid of them so that way you can have an easier time with Soundwave. However, Soundwave will send out sonic attacks and will send out even more minions if you knock them down. Basically, so let's see. He has Frenzy and Rumble. He has Ravage, Laserbeak. I know there's Ratbat somewhere in there, but I don't know if he has any more land animals to go along with Ravage. But it is what it is, I guess. Anyway. But unlike last time, we gotta get Soundwave's health down to full 0. And no better way to finish it than a super move. Even though we didn't exactly get a good grit. Oh no wait, it was an S rank. Sorry. This a little bit of lag on my end because of tech related stuff, but oh well. Anyway, so that is the Proud Star done, and we're on to the final chapter of the game. And this is definitely going to be one of the longer ones. Well, longer under the right circumstances. Like, if this was your first time ever playing the game, then yeah, this would be one of the longest chapters you would have to go through. But, since this isn't, and I got some equipment, not really. Okay, so this is the Gauntlet section. You will be put through a series of small arenas filled with enemies and boss characters, some of which we've only seen once, some and maybe like one or two making their only appearance, but we'll talk about that when we get there. First, we got the ground soldiers here, which basically kind of easing you into the whole thing. You got your regular troopers, your commandos, and your shield troopers. Now, the shield troopers, they can be kind of a pain to deal with because you have to go through the vehicle attack or use your special or use your special move. That's I say special move. Your character skill. That's what the L1 button is. That's your character skill. Like for example, Optimus can drift and use his truck or not truck, trailer, or Bumblebee can just slide or vault over an enemy. But that was only round 1. Now we have the Seekers. transfix. I never really had that status before, but basically you can't go into your a vehicle mode for a short period of time. It's not the worst in the world. You just got to be careful on when you can and can't do things. That's all. But yeah, like those first two segments are not really what's the word I'm looking for? They're not difficult, I guess, but like don't really consider it being mindless or anything. But now we have Motor Master round 2, or technically round 3. It really just depends on how you went about it when he first appeared. Like, did you take him out on your way to the plasma core coordinates, or did you wait until you actually got to the area that the game wanted you to get to? But yeah, he's basically second verse, same as the first with him. In fact, that's like a lot of bosses here. But it's just I think it's just a larger arena, and there's more enemies here to kind of take your attention away from it. Though, unfortunately, once you beat the boss, that's not the end of the arena. Every single enemy has to be defeated. It is a little bit annoying, but hey, I mean, like, what can you do, you know? So that was Motor Master done, and yeah, we do have these little segments here with that are very long, and you have to use your vehicle mode for, but oh well. And I do believe some Seekers can come out and actually some Seekers did do that actually, but oh well. Anywho, so now we got some heavy ground troopers along with the commandos, and yeah, they can be kind of a pain to deal with because the commandos like to really move around, and the heavy troopers are, well, they are heavy troopers. They can take some punishment. They can just like say no to certain attacks and just freaking wind up the hammer, you know. But thankfully, it's not awful. Like a lot of segments in the game. It's not awful, but you know, just don't try to act like you can breeze your way through it, you know? Okay, so here... we got the bombshell and other Insecticons. Mainly the ones that are explosive, right? So as soon as you take care of them, it will be easy as pie. I want to say that the red ones are constantly spawning, but no wait, they're not. My bad. Okay, so one thing that I will mention, that sometimes the partner AI is not bad for segments like this, but when you're not trying to protect somebody, the partner AI is fine. But it's when you're trying to when you're playing defend the tower, that's where things get a little weird, you know. Okay, so now we have the Seekers with the shield and the Elite Seekers, which, like I've said, not exactly the best variants. At least not the best to go against, because these guys are durable. They can kind of say no to certain attacks. Like, they can just say, hey, fuck you, I'm playing. You know? But, yeah, not a very big issue to deal with. It's just, yeah, no. Okay, so with this next one here, I believe this is the final one, we have Thundercracker back. But we are now introduced to Skywarp, Skywarp, much like Thundercracker, he's really just like he's notable because he is a legacy character. He hasn't really got a lot of time in the spotlight, though, and most series just like have him as like, oh well, we got Starscream in here. Why don't we just make a recolor and say it's one of these characters? That's basically long and short of it. And yeah, that's the only time that we see Skywarp. I am not kidding. This is the only time that we see him. He's paired up with Thundercracker, and that's it. He has not come back. There is no thing beforehand. In fact, I kind of would have preferred it if sometimes Thundercracker or Skywarp would have been the one that you got the information about the plasma core from. But I mean, hey, that's just me. But we're not quite done with the gauntlet just yet. In fact, it's only getting started. We only took care of like 3 bosses right now. We got 6 more right here. Yeah, hold on a second. It's alright. It's also that time of year where my voice isn't exactly the best, and my throat kind of suffers for it, so I think I really need a lot of water on standby. So, yeah, we gotta face the Constructicons again, but this time, all at once. Yeah, so this can be pretty hectic, especially if it's your first time playing. So, best that I can advise, probably go for Mixmaster first, because he will try to affect the arena, and then maybe go for Bone Crusher because he likes to go underground. But I mean, there's also stuff like Hook or Scrapper who basically have the same function where they can stun lock you. So yeah, it is a little bit hectic, and sometimes you don't really know who's who in the heat of combat. But I mean, just try not to wail on anybody all willy-nilly, or just prioritize certain targets first, and then you'll be good. Or if you're good enough, you can dodge a lot of attacks and settle on one con at a time, But yeah. Oh, and also because of the large arena, I would also highly recommend that you do a vehicle strike along with Optimus's character move. Like that's a wide area of effect for just like one attack, But Bone Crusher is the only one left, and he doesn't have like that much health, so you can just like have a partner handle him if he's down that much. But oh well. And now we gotta fight Devastator for the 3rd time. But things start to go bad once he is at half health, which is about right now. There it is. So, because he's not the only combiner, Motor Master, Menasor comes into play. But so yeah, I would highly recommend that you would try to use your your ultimate attack on a Devastator because he's like halfway health. But if you can also hit Menasor with it, that's like half his fight over. But the problem with this is that there's two big bodies on screen. They both have their own attacks, and one can lead you to getting hit by the other. So, yeah. For this fight, I would highly recommend that you take advantage of your health packs, which I have not been using in this game because I have maxed out almost everybody's stats. Yeah, that's something else that the game doesn't exactly tell you about unless it's your first time playing. As you go throughout the campaign, certain stats will be upgraded. But because I've pretty much maxed out everyone's stats, either by playing the game so many times or just by having so much money, I've basically maxed out the main characters that I play as, with a Grimlock as an added bonus. But anyway, so now that the combining teams are over, it's time to take care of Megatron, who we have not battled since the beginning of the game. Now, this fight is essentially broken up into two phases, which I'll try my best to talk about now. So, this first fight is basically similar to that of Blitzwing. He is hyper aggressive. He has a tank. He is a tank. He has his fusion cannon shots, and yeah, this motherfucker likes to grab you, drag you on the ground, and blast you with his fusion cannon. But like if you're able to dodge a lot of his attacks, then you should be all right. Should. Oh yeah, and he also has his mace, which he didn't really use outside of like one episode in the original series, which is kind of weird, you know. Though thankfully, he is vulnerable if he does a few attacks, and this is also a fight where I recommend that you pay attention to your health packs, so because like there's not really a lot of resources that you can get out here, so try to take advantage of that when you can. Sorry my eyes. Anyway, yeah, this fight is really hectic because like not only is Megatron aggressive, but there's also fire geysers that are popping up almost everywhere. But I mean, like there is like one other thing that I didn't really know that you could do until this particular video. You can have a clash with him in your vehicle modes. So, oh yeah. You also do a JoJo reference. And booyah, done. At least phase 1 is done. Because Pherotaxis is up in the atmosphere right now. And so I'm not. Oh, right. So Optimus just goes on one of the Insecticons, so he can just follow the Pherotaxis into space. But he also has jets in his heels after this, which he never really showed anywhere else in other media. He needed a jetpack in order to fly anywhere. So, yeah, you know. And here is the final phase of the fight. It is in space, and it is very similar to the ground bridge battle with Starscream. It is loose, it is floaty, and not my favorite way to fight Megatron. I do prefer how it was in Phase 1. Though though he does use some moves that Bombshell and Menasor would use, actually. Like those electric balls that just like do crap tons of damage, you know? Excuse me. But after a certain point, you'll have one more interactive scene. Here it is. So you clash for a bit, jam on the circle button for some extra cash, and you pull a Transformers the movie reference. Yeah, not exactly my best time fighting this dude, but oh well. However, there is a problem. Yeah, one last failsafe. Megatron decided that the only way to stop the cyberforming was to destroy the Pherotaxis. Well, I say that Megatron thought of it. I believe that was a thing for Nova Prime, but basically the only way to stop the Pherotaxis is to destroy it, which Prime does. But anyway, so that was the final boss of the game. The Insecticons are shut down, and I don't know what happens with Megatron, but I know that Optimus is just plummeting towards Earth now, which probably should have torn him up something fierce on re-entry. But you know, though I do think this was a nice little thing for G1 fans, because Cybertron is pretty much dead in the G1 continuity, and they've been treating home as like a temporary place of residence. So like, guys, we need to start treating this planet like our home. So you know, but there is a little bit after this. So here we go. So we got a Wheeljack here with Prime, and we actually get some cameos in here. Just a little second here. Sorry, my throat. Prophecy of the Proud Start. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Oh, okay. So these two are Autobot combining teams. Now, a Defensor is voiced by Steve Bloom, and honestly, that just makes him cool for me. But okay, so that is pretty much a sequel bait, but this game never got a sequel, and I don't think it ever will. So, okay, so I did want to talk about Defensor first. I love the concept of Defensor, and I really do think that the team that he is forged from are good, are really good potential for characters and stuff like that. But they don't really do much of anything in the grand scheme of things. Like even though they were like part of a main storyline in the comics at one point, they just didn't really do much of anything, you know. And as for the other guy, I kind of forget his name. He was He, I believe, was a team of aerial Autobots that also combine, but I could be wrong on that. So, you know. Anyway, I do like this. I do like these credits here because they do give you certain stills, which actually look really, really cool and would have been cool poster arts. But oh well. Now, okay, so as for the supposed sequel bait, it basically would have made Optimus a combiner, kind of like how he was back in the early 2000s with the Cybertron trilogy of shows. But yeah, you know. Okay, so my final thoughts on the game. Okay, I know that this is a bit redundant, but this is a comfort game for me. Like, a lot of times when I just feel like I want to play a game, this is one of the first that pops into my mind. Just I want to play some Devastation. I want to beat some Decepticons. I want to shoot some Decepticons, things like that, right? But as a game itself, it's really good. Like, this is Platinum Games' bread and butter. High action combat with dodge mechanics, upgrades, and sorry. But point is, they know what to do for an action combat game. Like they already had Mad World for the Wii, and they had Bayonetta, Bayonetta 2, Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance. So I would say this is another staple of their library. But the problem is that while I do recommend that you play this game, it is incredibly fun, there are some problems. Firstly, this is no longer on Steam. At least, I believe it's no longer on Steam. Probably due to some rights probably due to some legal stuff involving Activision or whatever, which warranted, but the only other way that you're going to get this game is by, legally speaking, the only way that you can get it is by getting a physical copy, which can go for expensive prices. So, yeah, it's not exactly the cheapest game in the world. I was just lucky to get it when I could. Anyway, but aside from that, I also would have liked it if there was a way for you to have save slots, like basic game design here, right? There are at minimum 3 save slots that you can do to start a new game, right? This game does not have that, and I wish it would, because it would have made playing through the game multiple times a lot more interesting for new players. And you can keep your old save files and play with some of the newer toys that you get throughout the game. And this is a bit more of a sequel bait here, because there is. So, deep in the depths of the Proud Star, Nova Prime was in stasis. So which basically like a deep sleep, but he's up, and he would have been brought back, but it just didn't really work out. Now, I did skip over the the final weapons that we get, because like as far as I can tell, like all you get after beating the game is a Star Saber every single time, and I already got one, so I don't need another one. um, but yeah, I do recommend that you would play this game if you can somehow manage to emulate it, but or if somehow you're able to get a cheap physical copy, then I would suggest that you play that. But unfortunately, Steam, which was probably the most accessible version, you cannot get anymore because of licensing issues. But anyway, I really enjoy this game, as you can tell. But I mean, the music was great, the voice acting was top notch, and bonus points for getting a lot of the original cast back. You know, uh, Dan Gildesan as Bumblebee, Peter Cullen as Optimus, and of course Frank Welker as both Soundwave and Megatron. Like that is like instant bonus points right there. But yeah, I would say that it should have had a way for you to make new games, or just like have a way to delete your saves so that way you can start fresh. Because like one of the biggest things about well, actually I should probably stop there because I'm not exactly sure what I'm talking about in that instance. So but I think that will do it. So you can consider this my final gameplay video for this year. I'm not sure if I will make anything for the rest of the month. I will try to work on them, but no promises that they'll be released. That they'll be released for the rest of for December 2025. Most likely they'll be uploaded in the new year, but well, yeah, that just about does it. So, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I hope to hit it during the new year because no way we can get it this time. But anyway, until next time, Celestial Goons, remember, reach for the stars.